Child, 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 child. Hey, it's your girl Sharon, aka the Male Nostalgic Runner, and we are back. I'm actually was about to start recording a pre-record. This is still gonna be a pre-record of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But child, for those who are not in the streets like that, breaking news. You already heard my recap for the first episode of Real Housewives Potomac, and Potomac, I guess, is going to be ruling the news feed, because breaking news, Wendy Aselfo and Happy Eddie have gotten arrested for not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, 7, like the days of the week, counts of felony. A fraud. So 7 felony charges. Yikes. This was not my bingo card. It was so crazy that even like my best friends, like my family, so my 2 best friends, they're together. They're not my best friends in my book anymore. They're my family. They're family. They're extended family at this point. Like, they're not even extended family. Like, they're like my close family, for real. So when I'm just minding my own black-owned business, like thinking what I'm going to do for the day, and I get a text message from them, and it's literally just the TMZ of the mugshot. And child, that mugshot looks wild to me. And yes, I'm going to post the mugshot. I'll post it right. Hold on. I always forget. Here. Because child, crazy. Okay. So yeah, no, isn't that wild? I don't know why I was saying okay as if I'm about to start this review. I'm not yet, because let me read what it says. We're about to go on here and we're about to do this together as a family, because I just was not expecting this, and honestly, I was gagged, okay? Like, what in this world is assimilation is this? And, I try to keep my channel light, because for those who are not aware, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I'll just say this, keep my city in your prayers, because I don't want to go there. I think at this point, I might be doing other things with this channel, because I did mention in the previous video that after I'm done reviewing Potomac, I'm probably going to take a break from YouTube. I'm still going to probably post here and there, but I think at this point, I want to repurpose the channel yet again to some current events, because things are crazy. And but I'm also probably not going to at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know. But let's read the article when it comes to Real Housewives Potomac stuff. And then I am going to kind of give you a little bit of what's going on with around here, and how it's just kind of a weird time. Like, I feel like those who don't live in the major city don't understand, or are not, part of being targeted the way Chicago's being targeted right now. Y'all have no idea. It's wild over here. And it breaks my heart, because this is the city I fell in love with. Like, honestly, when it comes to a love story, my love for this city is a love story. Like, I love this city more than I love most people. Like, just to be so for real with you. Like, and I'm not even from here, but like, it is a city that I kind of claimed from like really my impressionable years when I was 21, when I first came up here, and I just felt like this is my home. I felt that way even before. But anyway, I'm getting off the track. I'm a little ADD, I think. I think I have a little bit of ADHD or something like that. Possibly. Probably. I feel like most of us do. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'm going to read the article real quick. I'm going to skim, though. So the Carroll County Sheriff's office, and then this is in Westchester, Maryland. So I'm assuming this is a suburb of Baltimore because she's one of the few girlies from the Real Housewives of Potomac that doesn't live in the DC area. She lives more on the, like, she lives close to Baltimore. Because I already know most of the women who are Real Housewives of Potomac, most of them don't actually live in Potomac. You know, it just is what it is. But page 6 tells page 6. The married couple was taken into custody Thursday, so yesterday. But is in the process of being released after placing a $50,000 bond each. I'm assuming that bond's probably the way it is because this is their first offense. I just did not expect this from either of them because, you know, if you know the story, like, she's a professor and he is an attorney, or I don't know if he still practices, but it's like, they're very intelligent people. So to get caught up in something like this, especially in this administration, this is not the time to be doing the scamming of it all. Not during this time. I mean, it never is a good time, but like, this is probably the worst time to be doing all that. Especially if you looking like us. Let's just be so for real. But anyway, let me continue on. So Wendy faces 15 total charges. 15! What? See, I was only counting the 7 felonies. I didn't know it was 15 charges, though. What? Including 7 felony false misleading info fraud in excess of $300. I got questions on why. Never mind. I'm going to sound like I'm on the side of scamming, but I don't want to criminate myself. But I'm just confused. I would think it would be more for them to get in trouble. Because, you know, a lot of times the government especially wants to, like, give you plenty of rope to hang yourself. They let you get away with it usually way long. But in this case, it doesn't. Well, I mean, 15 charges. Okay, sorry. Anyway. 7 misdemeanor on false, misleading into fraud in excess of $300, and a misdemeanor charge of a false statement to an officer per the Carroll County Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer. And when I tell you their mug shots look wild to me, oh man. Happy Eddie looks like he was on his Happy Eddie. And Wendy, I don't know what was happening there, but that's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to read. Is there any other things going on here other than what I just read? Yeah. So really, there's no other information on what the charges are. I want to know what was the fraud? I guess more is to come, but like, this is crazy to me. Because I'm reading it again and I don't see anything else telling me more of what these fraud charges are. And so anyway, so for Eddie's part, because these are separate, so they're both implicated. It's not just one. It's not like, you know, because they're married and they shared assets. No, it's both of them. So Eddie, for his part, faced 18 total charges, including 9 felonies. So he has potentially 9 felony false, misleading into fraud in excess of $300, 8 misdemeanors on false, misleading info fraud in excess of $300, and the misdemeanor charge of false statement to an officer. So my only question that I think might be where this might stem, I have a couple theories where it might stem. The Happy Eddie stuff. I think it has a lot to do with that in this current administration of trying to reverse everything that has been, you know, okayed basically. So, and what, you know what? And the thing that's disturbing is this season premiere episode and him talking about going to New Jersey, you know, moving the product and stuff like that. And then saying how profitable this business is. This is not aging well based off of what just happened just now. Isn't that wild that literally she said all that in the season premiere, and they're talking about how the money's rolling in to then this? Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I just don't understand, because, oh man. I don't see... I don't know. I don't know. The only other thing I could think of that they might have gotten in trouble for is maybe, because I think there was a burglary or something that took place last year, and if that wasn't real, that's a big deal. So those are my only things I could think of where they might be getting implicated. Other than that, I don't know. That is child, crazy. And just like that, we have an update. We got some action. So, the court documents are out now, and I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to add more to this video, but basically, what it amounts to is, remember we were talking about which thing it could be. It definitely was that home invasion that we heard about, that Bravo reported on, that occurred while they were away in Jamaica. According to the charges, it didn't happen. None of it happened. It was staged. It was a whole entire scheme that was set up by Todd to come to us with the BS. Basically, it's home insurance fraud and traveler insurance fraud, because I guess they put some of this under traveler's insurance, and they got payout from that. But the way they got caught was there was actual receipts, literally, of them returning these items before they reported all this, and there was no evidence of anyone entering the home while they claim it happened. No footprints, none of that. And this happened about a year and a half ago. Around April of last year this happened. So basically, unbeknownst to them, they were being investigated ever since they made that claim, because they didn't believe it. So yeah, that's what it was. Insurance fraud. Wow. Anyway, like, what's wild to me is we've been accusing or been thinking this has been a thing for like Dorit and PK, because we didn't know if their thing was true. But clearly if and this is all alleged, if they were doing all that or whatever, they clearly did a better job than what they did, because if you read the documents and how they got caught, it's giving they were less than smart, and that's wild to me. Anyway, that's all I gotta add to this. That I don't know. That is crazy to me. And so, is just Potomac gonna be like half the cast of criminals? I'm just, child. You can't make this stuff up, though. This is crazy to me. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to give y'all a little bit of something when it comes to this situation, just because I know y'all probably were shocked, or if you're someone who doesn't watch news and stuff like that, you probably are like, oh, I didn't know. Well, yeah, now you know. Because I think they already are done they wrapped up their filming. So I don't know if they're going to pick up the cameras yet again, because they already did pick up the cameras before for Karen getting out. So now they're going to have to pick up the cameras yet again for this? Or they're going to give her a special? Or, I mean, it really depends on the timeline of all this. Because, I mean, the season premiere was just on Sunday. Just for this to pop up, that is crazy to me. Anyway, that's kind of all I got when it comes to this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the other reason why I was really originally planning on filming. I was going to make a separate video, but I don't think it's worth it. You know what? No, I am going to make a separate video. I lied. So I'm going to do a separate video, because then I'm also going to talk about how, I'm going to also talk about what's going on around Chicago and what's on my mind, because I feel like I need to say it, and I'm just kind of just ready to kind of just talk about a little bit more of what's going on. Anyway. Okay. So the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about is why I just feel very like why I'm reevaluating this channel. So I've already told you it's starting to feel like work when it comes to doing this channel. But then the other thing is things are crazy. Like, I am trying my hardest to stay grounded, and I think I'm doing a great job of it, and I think also has to do with me being much older. But my mission is I'm trying to do anything and everything to protect my own peace, but at the same time, be an asset and help to others. And if anything, I enjoy doing this, but this is very time consuming, respectfully. And so I want to put my energy into doing other things, especially with everything that's going on in Chicago. Now, if you live under a rock, and for those who are not from the United States of these Americas that might be watching my stuff, things are crazy right now. So there's a lot of unrest going on. The cube, 2 words, second word cube. That's been a huge problem here. It's getting real, like it already was bad, but it's gotten so much worse. We're seeing the people everywhere throughout the city, not just parts of the city. Initially, they were targeting certain areas, and now they're just everywhere. And they're picking up all people. It doesn't really care. Allegedly, they're supposed to be trying to pick up certain people, but that's not how it's going at all. I know some people who actually got handled by this. And even one of our government officials got handled by this. And then also the National Guard is here. And so, and for those who fly, with the government shutdown, that's problematic too, because of we're a hub. Like we're the Midwest hub when it comes to like flying international and stuff. So like we're the big 3 when it comes to flying. With LA, Chicago, New York. We're the big 3. And technically there's more than the big 3. There's technically a 4 because Atlanta's there too. Like every region has their own thing when it comes to because of how large our country is size-wise, and also just the population. So there's a lot of that going on. I have friends are impacted by the government shutdown because they work for that. I mean, they work for the government, and it's just like, it's a lot of unrest, a lot of uncertainty. And the other thing that's just crazy about it is because of everything that's going on, normally this is like one of the best times of the year when it comes to like, especially if you're a runner, because this is Chicago Marathon weekend. And this is like one of my favorite times of the year is Chicago Marathon weekend. It always has been, really ever since I became a runner, because I've made it my mission to either be running in Chicago Marathon, volunteering, or being somewhere around for it. Sorry, don't mind my cat. Whisper's like on a mission. She wants to really be part of the video. She's like, let me on the video. I want to be part of this. Hold on. Let me make sure she's good. Hold on. Come on. All right, let me pick her up. Okay. So, and also she's kind of calming me down. She could tell I'm animated right now. Yeah, so then the other thing, because of this unrest that's happening though, it's kind of making this even scary because of the mission of what's happening. And the news has said, like our local news has said that, people should be safe for this. But the way things are going, I don't know. I'm still going to go. I'm still going to, go to the Chicago Marathon like I always do and be all over the city like I always am. But the neighborhoods are usually the most liveliest of neighborhoods. It's like the neighborhoods that they've been targeting the most. And so it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of yikes. So if you believe in prayer, or if you don't, if you believe in just positive affirmations, whatever your thing is, keep us in your thoughts and prayers, because it's very concerning what's happening right now. And I would be lying to you if it's not affecting my mood. It's affecting probably anyone and everyone that's around here's mood, to be honest with you. There's just a lot of darkness here, you know, and this is like supposed to be a light, fun city. And yeah, anyway, I didn't want to get to that, go down to that, but you know, I gotta give you all versions. I gotta give you the funny, the real, the animated, but that's kind of I guess that's really one of the reasons why I'm like, I need to reevaluate if I really need to like keep doing this channel. And I am going to continue it, but because a lot of my shows are dropping off anyway. So Miami, I only have one more review after I do the review this week, and then after that, then Salt Lake, and I will continue to watch Salt Lake, because it's like that's truly a franchise that helps me escape from what's going on. Similar to Miami in the past. This season, not so much, but in most seasons it has. And so, and then of course, Potomac, even though what we just saw just happened. Yeah, we're going to review. But then after that is one of the reasons why I'm going to just take this break, because I don't know. I'm kind of just at the point now where I'm not feeling it. And also I have other things I really want to do when it comes to like helping out with everything that's happening. And I have the resources to do that. So therefore I want to try to do my part. Yeah. So anyway, I'm probably not, I just feel like there's just better things I could be doing with my time at this point. And this channel has always been a channel that I've used for, this is a hobby. I'm not one of those YouTubers, and I don't even think I would even want to be called a YouTuber. I feel like I just am someone that happens to use YouTube as an outlet. Because I don't get paid for this, and that was never really my intention with this channel. If I was going to get to that point, great. But if not, that doesn't really, you know, I didn't really care about that for real. My whole intent with this channel was always just to have a creative outlet, because I am a very creative person, and my day-to-day, and especially when it comes to my health and wellness, and then also when it comes to my work, I don't really feed my creative side that much anymore. So I created this channel so I could start feeding that again. But me being in the city I'm in, I could find other ways of doing that, especially now that, you know, I feel like I'm needed in other areas at this point. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. I guess this is an update / breaking news thing I have going on. Yeah. You know, I'm not going to cut this out. I'm just going to have everything in here the way I have it. And then you'll see this shortly. Anyway, yeah. Next, though, I will be reviewing. Look out for The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City next. And then I am going to try to watch Miami today, the reunion, because I already saw some snippets of it. And I'm like, my mouth is kind of watering. I need to like get into it. So I think I'm going to add that to the repertoire. And then also to, then, yeah. That's pretty much it, I think. But anyway, that does conclude this video. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melon Nostalgic Runner. And I will see you next time. Bye.